I saw that the pro day went down at Jackson State, and
exceptional.
I heard that.
Exceptional.
I heard that.
Yeah.
How was it for you, Deion? What was it?
Great. First and foremost, I don't know if they have ever had one. I think they did, but I think they banished it and got away from it. But just to host a pro day with several of the schools from the state was phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. And just being able to just sit there and talking to some of the other head coaches amongst the SWAC and some of the other schools in the state, it was a great day. Our kids competed their butts off. Junior day, we had 3 DBs run low 4.3s, which was crazy. It was a very successful day, and we're happy.
And I saw that your attendance taking skills were spot on, Prime. I saw that.
Oh, yeah. No, I was on my game. I was on my game because I told them, you come on, I'm going to call you out. And I did. I did. It didn't make sense. It don't make sense when I know you're going to go to Mississippi State, which you should, and you're going to go to Ole Miss, which you should. But you got to fly in here to get there. That's the thing I didn't mention, Rich. You got to fly here to get there unless you're going private. And I don't think the scouts are going private.
So not only do you have kids that are worthy of a look-see, you're geographically sound is what you're saying, Deion.
Oh, I'm on my game.
Because
But I let them know.
Yeah,
I
no.
let them know.
I saw that. So when you said you won't forget, what does that mean? Like, what do you?
We got some dogs. We just had 3 kids run 4.3s, man. We got dogs coming up. You got to understand. My class was the first time last year. That was our initial class. Those kids are coming up in a couple of years, and now you're gonna want to see them. I just hope I'm not like that, but I'm not petty. You know, I'm not Richard Petty. I want the best for my kids. I want the best for my kids.
Of course, I know that, but because Del Tufo here was thinking of trying to help you set up like a VIP area for your next pro day for those who came this year, that they would get more preferred seating, right, Mike?
Yes,
is that what you're saying?
Oh, most definitely. Oh,
Exactly.
most definitely. They definitely. I even opened up the cafeteria. We fed them all. We treated them really good because we want them to come back.
Okay. No, I know that. And obviously things are going to get better and better and better. So who did you see, from either back in the day that you knew, NFL types, or anybody that was there that you kind of reconnected with?
Several guys. I don't want to call names because I'm going to forget somebody. Then they're going to get upset. Then they may not come back. Then we're going to have a bigger problem. So I'm not going to go down that street. But I was happy with the turnout. I was just happy to just be in fellowship with some of the other coaches, like I said, and all the kids were so darn appreciative. The kid of the day was Kevin Green's son. I met his wife, and I met his son, who played in Mississippi as well. And just, you talking about the most remarkable young man, the most respectful, young, godly man. It blew my mind, man. And the kid he performed well. He did a great job. But you talking about a man who's living for his father. That young man is going to be successful in whatever he endeavors to do.
So then what is what is the game plan here for you to get Jackson State and the entire conference in which you coach and your kids play up, I guess, in the conversation with the so-called blue bloods in your state and in the college sport?
We're doing it, Rich. We're doing it. I mean, I think recruiting has gone up. I know recruiting has gone up phenomenally well for all HBCUs, all FCS schools as well. And we're attracting now the 3, 4, and 5 stars. All the schools are. We just got to get our business practices on point with the recruiting at the schools, the business practices for the whole campuses and the whole universities of HBCUs as well as our FCS schools. But everything is heightened, and the lights are shining. Even our spring game is nationally televised this year on the 24th of April. So everything is getting better, and I'm going to keep on pushing the envelope. Interviews like this, national interviews on your platform, everything helps, man, because these guys deserve this attention and this focus, and they can flat out play.
When you mean business practices, what do you mean, Prime? What do you mean?
We got to do better business-wise. I mean, some of the things that we're not doing we're not successful at business-wise. There's no reason why every school in the HBCU community is suffering or lack thereof of finances in certain places. How can every darn school be in the same situation? That's not right. Then I hear about all these Fortune 500 companies who gave or who said they gave. I want to make sure that that's correct. Did you give, and where did the money go that you gave? Or did you have an earmark for a certain area of concern? What was it? Because if you give all these schools that I've heard that received endowments $100 million, I think we should be pretty straight. We should be straight. So I want to know, is that the truth, or are you just saying that because of the pandemic and the plight of our people that has been challenged tremendously over the last several years?
What's next for you now? Like what happens now? What are you doing now?
We're in the spring. We got I think we had the top recruiting class at FCS again as well. Mm-hmm. And not to mention a guy named Travis Hunter. I don't know if you know him.
Oh, yes.
But he's phenomenal. And man, this kid made a couple catches today. We had him starting at the corner on defense because he's like that. But we put him on offense just to give him some run. The kid made a couple catches today, man, that you just shake your head and just look at the person next to you and say, "Oh my God, he is what's advertised, Rich." And we got several of those kids that can play, but he's a phenomenal talent. He's 3 years and done. He will be fighting for probably the top 3 picks in the draft because the kid got it.
How many Jackson State kids am I seeing at the combine 3 years from now? Then
next year?
Well, next year. Yeah, sure. Give me next year. Well, how many do you think? What do you think?
We should have a couple next year for sure at the combine. And see, what I'm trying to do, I don't like the separatism, Rich. I don't like you got a black combine, then you got the combine. I don't like that. Let's just have one combine, because at the black combine, you have 54 kids or something like that, 52 kids. Okay, I've done the math. There's only like 4 more kids a position, or 5 more kids a position. We got time for 5 more kids a position. We got time for 5 more 40s, at each position. We got time for 5 more bench presses at each position. That's easy. So instead of having it separate, let's just involve them. Involve the kids from the HBCUs. Instead of having 2 darn separate combines, which 20% of the people that showed up at the real combine shows up at the HBCU combine. That's not fair. Not fair at all.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.